Alright guys, we're back with a banger of a video, and today we're checking out a couple of Guinness branded products. We have premium pork sausages and unsmoked back bacon, unsmoked back bacon rashers. They look good, they sound interesting, I should imagine, especially the sausages, I should imagine the Guinness adds a fair amount of flavor to them. It should, I don't know, it should add a nice richness to the sausages. I'm not so sure about the bacon. But let's get a closer look at these because there's some anomalies on them. Let's start with the sausages quickly. There you can see them through the packaging. They look quite nice. They've got a darkish color to them. But it is just, 6 premium pork sausages. On the side here we get our little traffic light system. Basically we're looking at 166 calories per sausage, 2 reds, 1 amber, 1 green. At the back we have our ingredients, which are basically it's 80% pork. There is vegetable casings, but if you read through that you'll notice there's no Guinness mentioned, although it does say here on both the packages, the little blurb does say with the taste of Guinness stout. So it might be listed in those ingredients just as flavorings. But nonetheless, we're at 80% British pork. That's a nice high percentage. Cooking instructions. You can do them in the air fryer for 10 minutes. I'm going to pan fry them though, although that's not listed here. I'm going to do them in the pan with the bacon. But 10 minutes in an air fryer ain't too bad. Right, let's get a look at the bacon. It is good looking bacon, isn't it? Premium unsmoked back bacon rashers. And again, flipping this over, the blurb does say with the taste of Guinness stout. But nonetheless, what we're looking at here for the bacon is the cooking instructions is pan fry for 8 minutes on a medium heat. We have ingredients down the bottom here. We're basically looking at British or Irish pork 81%, water 10%, don't like seeing that to be fair, and black treacle, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, 5%. And then again, traffic light system, we're looking at 121 calories for 2 rashers. We have 1 red, 2 amber, 1 green. Right. I'm going to get these things cooked up and turn them into a little bit of a meal. And I'll get back to you when we're ready for some eating. Right, folks, this is our meal, fresh off the hob and also air fryer. I actually ended up deciding to do the sausages in the air fryer. Everything else I did in a pan. This is what we're working with. We've got ourselves a nice looking breakfast here. There is the bacon, cooked up nicely. There are our sausages. I had to go about an extra 5 minutes on the instructions to get a bit of color in them. They were looking very bleak originally. Then we've got a couple of eggs on top of beans, on top of a what is that, an oven bottom muffin, I think it's called. Got some sauteed mushrooms and a nice chunk of grilled tomato. It's a pretty good breakfast, I think. But breakfast wouldn't be breakfast without Guinness. The actual reason for this, it's not breakfast, it's almost 6 o'clock at night. Yeah, it's 6 in the evening. The reason for this is the last time I had a Guinness was about 7 or 8 years ago. I'm not much of a drinker, and I cannot actually remember what it tastes like. I do remember I did not like it. So this is to give us a reminder of what we're supposed to be tasting. And unfortunately, the only receptacle I have big enough is my trusty old Starbucks tumbler. So let's get this poured to have with our meal. Yeah, I'm not much of a drinker because I don't really like the taste of alcohol. So let's refresh the memory. Hopefully it's not as bad as I remember. Not as bad as I remember. Still not good, but not as bad as I remember. It's been in the fridge for a long time, so it's the iciness of it is quite refreshing. Right, with that reminder, let's get into the food. I think we'll start with one of these sausages. Have a look at that bad boy right there. Is that focusing? It's I mean, it's an okay looking sausage. As I said, they didn't want to brown up. They took their time. They really took their time browning up. But let's give this a go. So the good news is the sausage tastes a whole lot nicer than the actual Guinness itself. It's not a bad sausage. It's quite well seasoned. There's like a mugginess to the texture of it. There's a nice meatiness there. There's a lot of, nice porky meatiness to it. The texture is a bit strange. And I do get like a Guinness vibe. It's nicely seasoned. I'm presuming the Guinness is adding a little bit of bitterness to it. It does have a little bit of yeah, there's something that's a little bitter. Just a hint of excuse me. Just a hint of bitterness. A very small hint of bitterness. Right, let's get a closer look at this bacon. Cooked up quite nicely. Let's find out what this tastes like. Nice saltiness to the bacon. Again, there's a touch of bitterness to it. The slightest touch of bitterness. But I'm not really tasting Guinness. So yeah, nice bacon. A nice saltiness to it. And really the only thing different I can say about it is that there's this hint of bitterness that applies to the sausages as well. Strange. Let's try out the rest of my breakfast. Lots of salt and pepper and everything else. The mushrooms are good. The tomato, I hope, is good. Cooked, but still has a bit of crunch, just how I like it. And yeah, my eggs So I cannot cook a good looking egg. I've just got this, I don't mind a runny yolk, but I've got this thing about like the egg white being snotty. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. So if I'm cooking an egg, it gets cooked to destruction. It's just the way it is. So let's see what this tastes like anyway. Egg, beans, toast, you can't go wrong. Classic combination. Overall, I can't even eat properly with a knife and fork. Yeah, overall, a top class breakfast. I'm quite enjoying this. As for the sausages and the bacon, I quite like the sausages. These have a Guinness vibe to them. There's a hint of bitterness, but they do have, the flavor does have a Guinness vibe. I must admit, when I opened the package, you could smell the Guinness coming off of them, and that was quite nice. But yes, it does have a slight Guinness vibe, and there's a tiny bit of bitterness in there. Sausages are quite nice. The texture's a bit weird though. They don't have a pleasing snap to them. They are vegetable casings, and the inside has got kind of although it's firm and mushy at the same time. The texture, bit of a strange one, but that said, a nice tasting sausage. The bacon, that's pretty much like regular bacon. It's nice and salty, which I do enjoy, but it's pretty much like regular bacon with a little bitterness to it. It doesn't really give me the Guinness vibes. Not like the sausage did. And I must admit, in its cooked form, Guinness does taste a whole lot better, especially when it's diluted down with all this pork. Because this is not, certainly not a top class drink in my opinion. That's just a general alcohol thing with me. There's very few alcoholic drinks that I do like. Few and far between. So the sausages, I'd give a solid 4-star rating there. It's a bit of a gimmick. They would be nice. They would probably be nicer sausages without the Guinness in them. To be fair, it's not a bad sausage at all. It would probably, though, be better without the Guinness. But at least I'm giving it the 4 stars because it does give me Guinness vibes. The bacon, on the other hand, we're going to go with the 3-star experience because it's just like regular bacon with a little bit of bitterness. And it doesn't give me any Guinness vibes at all, to be fair. Still a good slice of bacon. And I guess if you're a Guinness fan, you might enjoy it more than what I do. If anything, it was just a good excuse to have a breakfast for dinner, which I'm quite enjoying. Yeah, so they were £3.75 each pack. The sausages are definitely the better of the two. The Guinness, not for me. Not for me at all. It was nice and refreshing because it's been in the fridge all day. But yeah, it turned out to be a nice little breakfast for dinner effort going here. I probably wouldn't buy either product again. I'm glad I tried them. Sausages were good, but I'd rather just get regular sausages, to be fair. The Guinness appeal is not there for me, if that makes sense. If it's your thing, it's your thing. I prefer to just get a normal sausage. Glad I tried them. Good excuse to have a breakfast for dinner. Also a good excuse to refresh my memory on what Guinness actually tastes like. And yeah, with that said, as usual, I'm just over talking it, so I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.